What's good, y'all? It's your boy, the Conscious Coon Killer, killing the coon within me and the coon within you. Ah, yeah, not a holiday person like that or anything like that, but I know some of you guys do celebrate Christmas, so I don't got a problem saying happy holidays and all that type of stuff, even though I don't really believe in most of these holidays and whatnot. But had the day off today, so I just been kind of relaxing. You know, got paid on my day off, so that's always good. So I guess my gift today, besides waking up, was getting paid for 10 hours worth of money without having to work. But anyway, all that irrelevant stuff to the side. This video right here is about Lizzo and her antics over the last week or so that I'm sure a lot of you guys have known about. I've been meaning to make this video. I was meant to make this video last week, but anyway, been rambling for a minute. As you guys know, whole thing with Lizzo, she went to a NBA game and she had cut out a hole in her dress or her long T-shirt or whatever she was wearing, and she had a thong on underneath and decided to start twerking at this NBA game. And of course, they put her on the big screen. She's twerking, and all the white folks and stuff are applauding her. Black people too, applauding her and everything like this, and encouraging her to continue this type of behavior at a basketball game. And then I think about a week after that, there's a video of her. I believe it was her twerking at Chick-fil-A, just for no reason other than attention, as far as I can see, right? So, a lot of people have been giving their opinions on her behavior lately, and of course, a lot of liberal and feminist people's responses to people's criticism of her behavior lately. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm not gonna edit. I'm not gonna edit that out. Fuck it. I'm just keep on rolling. So anyway, a lot of people's criticism or response to people's criticism is, oh, you're fat shaming. The only reason that that you're saying this is because she's of a certain size and blah blah blah. If this was Rihanna or somebody doing this, or Beyonce doing something like this, y'all would have nothing to say. Now, to my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong. To my knowledge, Rihanna and them ain't twerking at a basketball game full of families, little kids, everything like this. Beyonce ain't twerking at Chick-fil-A or at a basketball game in front of children like this, right? Nobody is saying Lizzo can't do this at one of her performances at a concert that people paid to go see her, right? At least in general, that's not what people are saying. But of course, everybody's scapegoat to silence everybody on this criticism of her behavior and representation of black women, because she is somebody who was a famous black woman. Anytime somebody criticizes or is against said behavior in these spaces and whatnot, is, oh, you're fat shaming. You're fat shaming. If she was of a different size, you wouldn't say nothing. Nobody would care, right? Nobody would care. The whole world would allow it and be cool with it, right? Now I'm like, that's interesting. Now, I haven't heard anybody else bring up this comparison. Maybe somebody else has, but this is something I was thinking about right off the bat when all this stuff happened a week or two ago, is Janet Jackson. Now, once again, correct me if I'm wrong, but to my knowledge, Janet is still banned from the Super Bowl for, the whole quote unquote wardrobe malfunction she had in, I believe it was '02. I know it was the early 2000s. It's been almost 20 years. It's just crazy to say, but it's been almost 20 years since the infamous nipple situation. Even though her nipple was covered up, you saw a titty, but you didn't see, or a boob, whatever y'all comfortable hearing now. And I know YouTube be kind of funny style sometimes, but whatever. I be cussing on here. Anyway, you know, her nipple was covered up, but her boob was exposed. You could see her one of her titties, right? And she got banned. Now, Justin Timberlake, on the other hand, did not, even though he was doing the performance with her. In fact, they were singing his song, was Rock Your Body or whatever, the part where he's like, I'm gonna have you naked by the end of the song, and then he pulled her shirt, which revealed her boob, right? Clearly, we all know that this shit was planned. Once again, there was a little thing covering up her nipple. We know that this was all planned, that they both knew about it, but it blew up in their faces. But what did everybody do? Everybody went after Janet Jackson, the black woman. Nobody really said much to Justin Timberlake. To my knowledge, Justin Timberlake never really came to Janet's defense, which is one of the reasons why a lot of people uh, don't really fuck with JT like that, or at least that was kind of the beginning of some black folks not really fucking with him, right? Now, once again, to my knowledge, she is still banned almost 20 years later from the Super Bowl for her, I guess you could say, behavior as far as how she was representing her body. Now, as we all know, Janet Jackson is not overweight, right? At all. In fact, I don't think any of the Jacksons really are even chubby. At least none of the prominent, famous ones. Jackie, all of them, right? Like Janet, so on and so forth. They're all very fit. It's a very fit family, right? Like the main children from J5 and Janet, all of them. But she got a lot of shit for what she obviously decided to do. Now, she told us it was a wardrobe malfunction to try to save face, and I get it. I understand. But regardless if it was an accident or not, she got shamed for what happened, right? And she is nowhere near fat, overweight, obese, none of that. Not even chubby, like I said. And they're both black women, so you can't say, oh, well, Janet got the treatment that she got because she's a black woman. They're both black women. Lizzo and Janet. Both, musically talented women. Nobody's taking away from Lizzo's talent or music and all that kind of stuff. It's just, why are you doing these things? Are you doing these things to gain attention? Why are you doing them in these certain spaces? This is what people are saying. And then on top of that, excuse me, this paints a certain image for black women and black girls that personally I believe we do not need now. You know what I'm saying? We already have the Cardi B's and the Nicki Minaj's and the Meg the Stallions, everything like this. There's no balance in mainstream music amongst black women in the pop world. When I say pop, I don't necessarily mean just strictly straight up pop music, but just, whether it's popular hip hop, which hip hop is overall the biggest music genre in the world based on sales and, the amount of folks that go to concerts, the amount of people that buy the albums and streaming, not necessarily what's being played at Walmart. Anyway, as far as a lot of these black women, these black female artists, you don't see as big of or as much of a balance on the big arena. I mean, you have your rap cities and people like this, but rap city is nowhere near as popular as even Meg the Stallion, who really just kind of popped up on the scene, far as I know, really like this year. I mean, like, far as her really kind of, doing her thing. And once again, it's not me hating or anything like that, but it's just like you see the same recycled image over and over. It's like, okay, here's the shorter Spanish, thought rapper, aka Cardi B. Oh, here's the tall Southern thought rapper, aka May the Stallion. Oh, here's the plus size thought rapper, aka Lizzo. So on and so forth. It's just the same thing, just a different variation of the same thing. It's just like, god dang, like, when are we gonna get tired of this? And it's to the point now you got people like Lizzo twerking at basketball games. And once again, people want to use her weight as a shield to say, oh, well, you can't say nothing about this. But you had Janet Jackson at a football game, a sporting event that she was performing at. Lizzo that wasn't a concert. That wasn't something that she was being booked. She was just there to watch the game. And she started twerking with the hole cut out in her outfit and had a thong on, looking like a big SpongeBob. Like, I'm serious. I'm not trying to say to make fun of her, but she has a box shape to her. Like, this is, you look at her like, that's how she's shaped. And it's just like, come on, man. Janet Jackson got the same, if not way worse, treatment. In fact, Lizzo, she's not being banned from the Staples Center because that was the big thing. People were wondering, like, well, dang, is she gonna be able to ever come back to the Staples Center again for when there's a game? In Staples Center, the people that own and control that were like, yeah, we have no problem with her at all. So she's not banned, nothing. Everything's cool, right? Meanwhile, Janet Jackson, to my knowledge, is still banned for performing at the Super Bowl. I'm not saying that she can't ever go to a Super Bowl game as, just somebody there to watch the game, but still, she's banned from performing at the Super Bowl. Once again, most people that have been criticizing Lizzo were not saying that she can't do this at one of her concerts. If that's what she wants to do, once again, a lot of us would love to see more balance. But if that's the kind of music artist that you want to be, yeah, you want to do that shit at your shows. But people are paying to go see you twerk and play the flute and sing and rap, whatever you do, whatever it is that you do. Okay, that's one thing. But that was not her show. This was a family event. Children are there. You got kids watching. Meanwhile, what did they say about Janet at the Super Bowl? Oh, well, this is a family thing. You got families that come to watch these games. You got people at home, families at home watching, and you want to pull your titty out. Okay, well, you can't come back, right? At the time, people were saying, "Oh, well, it's because she's black. It's because she's a black woman that they're doing this." And hey, look, no arguments there. But look, if that's how you feel about Janet, be consistent. AKA, as they say, keep the same energy. Stay consistent. They're both black women. They're both black female music artists. So why is it that one, we're just going to accept any and all things that she does, but somebody like Janet got shitted on 20 years ago? And you can say that, oh, well, that was almost 2 decades ago. Times have changed. We're more, accepting now and all this stuff. But what is it that we're accepting and why? I'm all for progression. I'm all for being more loving and accepting. But what are we loving? What are we accepting? Some things do need to be criticized. Obesity is not something that we should accept, especially amongst black people. That's one of the main leading causes of death amongst black folks, especially here in the United States. We have a long history of eating bad food that goes back to slavery. We all know this, right? But we don't have to sit up here and eat ham hocks and chitlins no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what her diet is. I'm not saying that she eats. I don't know what her diet is, but clearly she is not afraid to eat. This is not me making fun of her. Like, she's clearly not afraid to eat. And I get some people have, health issues to where it's just hard for them to lose weight, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, no human being naturally gets that big. I understand that some folks may naturally just grow to be a little bigger than others due to genetics, but nobody naturally just becomes that big without overeating. That's just a fact. The human beings are not naturally supposed to be that size. So what are we actually promoting to black people, and specifically to young black girls and to black women? What are we promoting? Look at the number one causes of death amongst black women and ask yourself, what is it that we're accepting when you have somebody like Lizzo twerking at a restaurant or twerking at a basketball game? And we're too afraid to say anything because she's overweight. But then we want to say that, oh, well, if she was of a slimmer size, we wouldn't say nothing. But the reason why people are afraid to say anything is because she's big. Once again, you got Janet Jackson, who really just now is kind of, you're starting to kind of see her again. I know that she was pregnant or whatever, not too long ago, things like this, but still, she's been banned, to my knowledge, for almost 20 years. If she recently has been unbanned from the Super Bowl and she can perform, that's one thing. Even though I know a lot of black people, a lot of black artists have boycotted performing at the Super Bowl as they should. But I'm just saying, over the last approximately 20 years, she's been banned from performing at the Super Bowl, to my knowledge. Because of what? Right? Exactly. Because of the whole wardrobe malfunction. So was that body shaming too? Because she ain't big. Is that fat shaming too? Because she ain't big. I mean, what are we doing? I mean, you can say that, oh, well, all women get policed for their body, their sexuality, and I don't disagree with that. Yes, women do get policed more for their bodies. That is true. Across the line, that is very true. But all I am saying is, why is somebody like Janet, to my knowledge, still banned today? Because you want to say that, oh, this was 15 to 20 years ago, and that's why she got banned back then because times were different. Okay, but why is she still banned, to my knowledge? Why is she still banned now? If things have changed, shouldn't they have been like, well, shit, if you want to come back, Janet, what you think they would have made a big, hoopla about this, a big deal about this, and been like, look, if you want to come back, you can. We would love to have you as a performer for the Super Bowl, for the halftime show. Hmm? So just ask yourself that the next time somebody wants to say that, or the next time that you want to say that, oh, well, you're just fat shaming by calling out Lizzo. Why don't you call out these other women? We do. There's folks calling out people like Meg the Stallion. What you gonna say then? Oh, well, you're tall shaming because she's kind of a taller woman, calling herself a stallion, which is a male horse. I get like, oh, in the South, that's what we call, tall, curvaceous black women. Okay, but at the end of the day, that is a male horse. So if you can't call black women bulldogs, why are we calling them male horses? That's just a little side note, something else to kind of think about. But yeah, I'm about to go ahead and wrap this video up. And yeah, it's your boy, the conscious coon killer, killing the coon within me and the coon within you. Peace.